Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Altec Group Global Economy and Graphite Electrode Industry January 2023 and Outlook 2023 podcast. Let's begin with IMF report. IMF in its January 2023 World Economic Outlook update projects global GDP economic growth for 2023 at 2.9%, down from 3.4% in 2022. It improves to 3.1% in 2024. GDP growth for advanced economies is expected to drop from 2.7% in 2022 to 1.2% in 2023, but it will improve slightly in 2024 to reach to 1.4%. Emerging markets and developing economies would see a growth of 4% in 2023 from 3.9% in 22 and will further grow by 4.2% in 2024. The United States GDP in 2023 would see a downturn in 2023 to 1.4% from 2% in the previous year. It would further slide to 1% in 2024. Euro area GDP deaccelerates sharply from 3.5% in 22 to 0.7% in 2023, but will improve a bit in 2024 to reach to 1.6%. Middle East and Central Asia's GDP would drop from 5.3% in 2022 to 3.2% in 2023, but will improve slightly in 2024 to 3.7%. Latin America and Caribbean region's GDP is expected to slow down to 1.8% in 2023 from a level of 3.95 in 2022 and will rise again in 2024 to 2.1%. Let's come to say some specific countries. Like Japan is projected to be at 1.8% this year, up from 1.4% in 2022, but will slide down to 0.9% next year in 2024. China will grow by 5.3% this year from 3% in last year. India is a bright spot, grew by 6.8% in 2022 and will see a growth of 6.1% in 2023. In 2024, it will reach 6.8%. Let's come to Brent crude prices. Saudi Arabia raised crude prices for Asian markets for the first time in 6 months in the last signal that demand would be poised to bounce in on the likelihood of higher imports from China. Iron ore prices increased 12.5% since the beginning of 2023. Steam coal prices, Newcastle coal futures slid towards US dollar 200 per metric ton, a level not seen since February 2022 due to sluggish demand. Metals and scrap show signs of a decrease in their pricing amid fears of a global recession. Let's come to ferroalloys. The improvement in the outlook of imported manganese ore prices have led to an increase in domestic silicomanganese prices since last week. India's ferrosilicon prices remain stable week on week due to moderate demand, but the buyers hesitant to book the material at higher prices due to under pressure steel sentiments and stable raw material prices. Talking about World Shipping Index, freight rates in the shipping industry continue to slide, though the rate of fall in freights has slowed down. Let's have a look at global crude steel production. From January to December 2022, world crude steel production decreased by 4.3% year on year. In December 22, the Middle East, with a positive growth of 7.1% year on year, was the main driver of the world steel production. Uh, if we talk about the top 10 steel producing countries, India, Turkey, and Iran have shown handsome positive growth year on year in 2022. China is down to 2.1% year on year in 2022. Now let's come to graphite electrode outlook. When we talk about graphite electrode main raw material, the needle coke, from November 2020, the needle coke prices were on a constant rise up to October 2022 and have now more or less stabilized. About the graphite electrode prices and the needle coke prices, let's switch to the prices for both products. The electrode prices have softened consequently to reduced steel output, demand, and major economic constraints, but would have bottomed out. In a longer term, the demand and prices would go up for both electrode and needle coke. Needle coke demand is increasing by the day for electric vehicle battery applications. Let us summarize the whole scenario we talked about so far. So the global economy would shrink in 2023 vis-a-vis 2022, but improve in 2024 vis-a-vis 2023, as per IMF January 2023 projection. Metals and scrap show signs of a decrease in their pricing amid fear of a lower demand outlook. The improvement in the outlook for imported manganese ore prices in Indian market has led to an increase in domestic silico manganese prices. Indian ferrosilicon prices remain stable week on week due to moderate demand. Fall in the ocean freights continues for almost a year now. World's crude steel production decreased by 4.3% last year on year basis. Graphite electrode prices, in short, have softened. In longer term, demand and prices would go up for both electrode and needle coke. So that's it for now. Let's thank you very much, and let's have a new outlook next month. Thanks a lot.